When I went to college, I had no idea what my major would be or how I would use it after graduation. But one thing I knew for sure, at some point in my college career, I was going to be a nude model. Why? Well, I was a shy kid who grew into a shy teenager, and college was quickly approaching. I knew there'd be campus events, parties, career fairs, and I felt that there was no room for shyness at such activities. And so I thought, what better way to get over my apprehensions in social settings than to just bear it all? Because once you've done that, you really have nothing left to be shy about. Enter my first year of college. Exit my first year of college. I did not do it. I didn't do it. I was still terrified by the idea, and there was another thing. I was self-conscious about down there. Some of the guys in the room might be able to relate, but I wanted to be meaty and thick and veiny. So I did the only thing I could do. I did leg presses, squats, and hamstring curls, so my legs were looking good, all right? What you think I was talking about? So dirty, so dirty. Enter my second year of college. I got the legs I want, I'm feeling confident. I go right into the art building, go into the main office, and there are two women sitting at their desk, both on the phone at the same time. I'm standing in the middle of the room, and I'm unable to contain my excitement anymore. I say out loud, who do I need to talk to in order to do some nude modeling around here? The woman closest to me hands me a card without breaking stride from her conversation and says, here's who you want to call. I take the card from her. Thank you. Do a lot of people come in here asking about that? No, sir. They call in. You're a regular pioneer. I say, well, thank you for your time. I'm gonna go. And so I go to the address on the card. I'm looking for a man named Professor Richards. I enter a large classroom. I see a man encircled by several students. The man, I'm assuming, is Professor Richards. I walk up to him. Professor Richards. Yes? Chancellor Gaffney, I want to model for your class. You see that, students? I'm such an amazing professor, I do not need to seek the model seeks me. And then he pulls me to the side. Actually, dude, I'm glad you came. I've got no one else, so you're the guy. Not a problem. When can you start? When do you need me? Next week, I'm there. Okay, so here's the deal. The class is Monday and Wednesday, 10 a.m. to 1 p.m. Pay is $15 an hour. Oh, I'm sorry, were you expecting more? In my mind, I'm thinking, I'm gonna get paid? I was willing to do this for free. I tell him, oh, no, sir, $15 an hour is fine. That's what the lady at the office told me, so I'm your guy. Great, we'll see you next week. I tell some of my close friends what I'm gonna be doing, and their questions begin to repeat. How nude are you gonna be? You know when you take a shower and you're naked? Yeah, that nude. Are there any girls in the class? Yeah, 7 girls and 1 guy. What if you get a boner? 1, we're not shooting a porno. 2, I've got pretty good control of my body when it comes to that. Lastly, I'm gonna be holding a pose for 3 hours. There is nothing arousing about that. Now I'll tell you, ladies and gentlemen, that my experiences with the nudity up to that point have been pretty virginal. Yes, I've been naked at home, I've been naked in a men's locker room, but my one true experience with nudity came with a former girlfriend of mine. We took a shower together, and that was the first time someone had really seen me, and that was pretty exhilarating. So I'm thinking, okay, this nude modeling thing is gonna be like that, but with just 8 more people. So I get to the class early the following Monday. The teacher tells me where I can go change. I put on some athletic pants, and I'm shirtless up top, and I'm just commando underneath, so the transitions can be a little easier. The students start to come in, they begin putting clay on their desks, and they're getting ready. I take the podium, and then the teacher turns to me, model, ready? I give him the thumbs up. And it's in that moment I'm thinking, why did I not just take a dance course? And then he tells the class, okay, students, you may begin. And I drop trowel. The mood is very professional. No one giggles, no one even smirks. They just go right into sculpting. And my excitement towards nudity quickly dissipates after about 30 seconds. And I am presented with unbelievable boredom. I now realize I have to hold this pose for the next 3 hours. I begin to think about anything and everything at that point. Don't get a boner. When supply equals demand, we have equilibrium. Samantha, Charlotte, Miranda, who's the fourth one? Things like that. I finally get a break after an hour and a half, and the students go and eat lunch. I go walk around the classroom and look at their sculptures. And I see some have me chubbier than I think I am. Others have me more muscular than I think I am. And some have me huge, down there. I'm like, that's right, they got my legs looking good. That's right, worked on these legs. So the class comes to an end, I get paid, and the teacher tells me that he'll call me when he needs me again. A week goes by, I get that call to come in the following Monday, and I do. And now I'm asked to do the Superman-esque pose with both my hands on my hips and chest puffed out. And one student felt she couldn't see me clear enough, so she moved her desk closer. And closer. And closer still. And I swear I can feel the heat from her face on my crotch. And she is just about to lose her eye when she backs away and asks the professor, what's that muscle called going from the hip to the knee? My dick? Seriously, that's your question? The awkwardness came to a close. I got paid once again, and the professor told me that he'd give me a call when he needed me. 2 weeks later, I get the call, and he tells me this will be my final class, and for this final pose, I'm gonna be doing The Thinker. And for those of you who think you may know The Thinker, you may not really know The Thinker as well as you think you might know The Thinker. The Thinker is not putting his right elbow on his right knee, no. He's putting his right elbow to his left knee. So I'm holding what's essentially a cross-body crunch for the next 3 hours. My midsection is burning, and I'm thinking about how appropriate it is that this is my final pose. I go back to the first class and think of how nervous I was and how my heart was gonna just jump out of my chest. To the second class, where I'm feeling a little more calm around these strangers. To now the final class, where I feel as comfortable as I am naked at home or in the gym. And so, I hold the pose, I get done with the class, I get paid again. And he says, thanks for your time, Chancellor. We really appreciate you coming in. I said, no problem. And don't get me wrong, I have now completely obliterated my shyness. It's still very much a part of me. I just know how to handle it a little better now. And when it does come on, I just take a deep breath and I tell myself, hey, at least you get to keep your clothes on. Now go enjoy the party. And by the way, that muscle going from the hip to the knee, that's called the quadricep. That wasn't my dick, after all. So, thank you.